CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. Breaking news from the Alberta government. It has released more details of the COVID vaccine rollout plan for this fall. Phase 1 will have free vaccines to eligible Albertans, including healthcare workers, residents of continuing care homes, seniors in supportive living, home care clients, people with underlying medical conditions and compromised immune systems, the homeless, and people aged 65 and older receiving the Alberta Seniors Benefit. Phase 2 will make vaccines available to everyone else for a $100 fee. This is a developing story, and we'll have more details and reaction on CTV News at 5 and 6 and on our website. The federal government is dropping some retaliatory tariffs on American products to match U.S. tariff exemptions for goods covered under the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement. Prime Minister Mark Carney made the announcement this morning.
Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods. Canada will retain our tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos as we work intensively with the United States to resolve the issues there. Indeed, our focus is squarely on these strategic sectors and the future.
Carney says the decision will take effect September 1st. Two Calgary-based energy companies are involved in a major deal today. Cenovus is acquiring MEG Energy in a $7.9 billion deal. Both are leading oil sands producers, together producing more than 720,000 barrels a day. The transaction has been unanimously approved by the board of directors of both companies. Cenovus expects the acquisition to close in the fourth quarter of 2025. A facility near Cochrane that rescues wolf dogs is getting a boost from the Alberta government. Arts, Culture and Status of Women Minister Tanya Furr announced $125,000 in funding today for the Yamnuska Wolf Dog Sanctuary. The funds will help pay for a new day use and sheltered interpretation area. The sanctuary currently cares for 71 wolf dogs. Its executive director says they're at capacity and they will have to expand.
A lot of the wolf dogs that come here, they're going to live out their entire lives here. So in order for us to keep rescuing more wolf dogs and kind of keep that capacity in place, we do need to build additional wolf dog enclosures.
Under the same community enhancement program, the province gave money to upgrade the Performing Arts Centre in Camrose and the Tennis Centre in Jasper. Post-secondary schools in Calgary are starting to welcome students to their new home on campus. Just over 1,200 first-year students will start unpacking at the University of Calgary this weekend. These numbers are down from last year. In August of last year, a record number of 1,300 first-year students moved in, causing a housing squeeze. Despite having 3,000 rental spaces for that semester, the university had to place almost 100 students on a housing wait list. The Students' Union scrambled to find short-term rentals and hotels for those in need. On Sunday, over 120 students and staff volunteers will be on hand during move-in day. SAIT also welcomes students to campus this weekend. Move-in day at MRU is next weekend. A man who police say crashed a stolen SUV and then took off running with a broken leg was 5 blocks away before officers nabbed him. Not only is the stolen Toyota RAV4 heavily damaged, but the parked vehicle it plowed into is likely a write-off, according to its owner. It happened Thursday night just after 8 as first responders were called to the 4800 block of Niven Road Northwest. Air and canine support were called in to find the suspect, who was arrested and faces charges. Bob Critch says this is the second time in over a year his vehicle has been hit in almost the same spot.
Well, I was at home and I got a phone call and this lady tells me, she says, "You better come downstairs, Bob." She says, "Somebody after hitting your car." So I said, "Of course, I'll be down in a couple of minutes." I come down and this is what I look into.
Fortunately, no innocent bystanders were injured in the incidents. The grieving family of a 16-year-old Calgary girl who died from her injuries in a jet ski-related accident in Ontario says her legacy will live on through others as a donor. Last week, Ava Sussems was airlifted to hospital with life-threatening injuries after she and 3 teenage girls hit a breakwall on a lake in southern Ontario. Ontario Provincial Police say the jet ski was pulling a tube. Emergency crews and nearby residents pulled the girls from the water. A 17-year-old died in hospital. A 15 and 17-year-old were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Ava's family says she died on Wednesday, but through several tissue and organ donations, she will live on. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help the Sussums foster family with expenses. Calgary police are trying to find a man who threatened a family walking in the Beltline last month. Investigators say it appears to be hate-motivated. In the early afternoon of July 3rd, a woman and her family were walking down 4th Street near 10th Avenue when a man started shouting and aggressively threatened them. Police say the woman was then assaulted. The family called police and he took off. The man is about 5'8" with a slim build, light brown hair and a short beard. He had a gray and black backpack and wore a red t-shirt, jeans, and black and white running shoes. If you have information, call police or Crime Stoppers. The Pride flag is flying at City Hall. There will be an official ceremony to mark the occasion later this afternoon. Calgary's Pride Parade will be held downtown on Sunday, August 31st, and the Pride Festival will be held on the 30th and 31st at Prince's Island Park. The festival will feature entertainment, a beer garden, food, a marketplace, a sober oasis, and a bouncy castle for kids. The Ukrainian community of Calgary is celebrating Ukrainian Independence Day with a concert, food, and outdoor entertainment. Calgarians are invited to celebrate Ukrainian culture with neighbors and newcomers and connect with the community. It takes place Saturday at 4 at Ukrainian Pioneers Park on the corner of 7th Avenue and 6th Street Northeast. There will also be a flag-raising ceremony and a walk on Sunday at Municipal Plaza from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And starting today, more than 50,000 attendees are expected to join Taste of Asia festivities. There will be dozens of food vendors there, live performances, an artisan market, and a kids' corner with inflatables. It takes place between 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. through to Sunday at the Park Plus Lot 6 at 311 8th Street Southwest. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnews.ca/Calgary.